Welcome to game number 3 of this best of 5. We're on Ulrena, and the scores are tied up 1-1, spawning in the bottom left-hand position as the red Terran player. It's Happy. And he's facing off against the blue Terran player in the top left, representing Millennium. We have Dayshi. So that last game was actually a war of attrition. Happy held on for dear life, his fingernails digging into the top of the cliff for so long, but once Dayshi found his basically his hidden base where he was dropping 4 mules and keeping himself alive, Happy had no more income, and that was that. Happy had some fantastic engagements throughout that last game, but Dayshi, he basically had 3 base versus 3 base, where Dayshi's 3 bases were fresher. So as a result, he had money when Happy ran out. And that seemed to be the difference between the win and the loss there, because Happy had some great drops that completely annihilated his main and natural, but it wasn't enough to win him the game, unfortunately. So, both players now trying to get to match point. One of these guys will have the opportunity to get there after this game. Very unique and funky map is Ulrena. And if Happy was doom dropping last game, then when you get this lovely massive air position, I wonder if he's going to be doing something funky yet again this game. Dayshi has taken the initiative. At times his macro has been better than Happy's, and he's generally done a good job of all of the big picture things. So his macro, his unit positioning, but Happy has made some fantastic strategic decisions, like deciding when to doom drop, what positions his units need to be in to defend against a possible attack from Dayshi, and it feels like Happy's counter decisions, if you like, have done a great job against Dayshi so far in this series, and I really want to commend him for that. But it wasn't enough to win him game number 2, although at one point after that doom drop it nearly was. So in game 3 now, what are these players going to be doing? We have a 1-1-1 opener from Dayshi, just Marines and Hellions popping out so far. Happy, in the meantime, is going straight for the same composition as last game, immediately getting the reactor on the barracks, immediately getting the tech lab on the factory, and opting to get into siege tanks as quickly as humanly possible. We're going to have starports completing for both players now, and we are going to see medevacs. So no particular... Well, you're not really going to get liberators behind here, because if you scroll to the edge of the map, that's actually it. So you're comfortably within range of basically all sorts of stuff that can shoot you down. So it's less likely that you'll have early liberators in this particular scenario. We now have the add-ons coming in from Dayshi. And Dayshi is going to be using this early medevac to drop aggressively. Happy has got a tank sieged up, although amusingly they're going to pass each other. Lol, drops. He's thinking about it, but the medevac is going to be forfeit. That was an interesting decision from Dayshi, but I don't think it's going to quite pay off. He's trying to kill off the siege tank and can't even do that. That was a really, really good engagement for Happy. Dropping the siege tank, allowing Dayshi to get on top of it, and knowing that that medevac was likely to have units in it, rushing in with his own Marines. So Happy successfully putting on a lot of pressure in the early game, and Dayshi basically has very little left to defend with right now. He's making a Banshee, but that Banshee is going to take forever to come out, and it's going to mean that this reactor will go down on the barracks long before the Banshee pops out. He's got a Cyclone incoming, but he can't quite target the siege tank right now, unfortunately, because of these Marines in the way. So very, very difficult situation for him to be in. There is the Banshee. Oh, what excellent micro, preventing the Banshee from killing anything off and lifting that siege tank. And now we have a Viking coming in as well to absolutely shut it down. This Cyclone is trying to stay within range of the Viking, won't be able to do so. It's coming back in to attack the Banshee, and Happy is moving in for the kill. 36 supply versus 50, 24 army supply versus 11, GG! And Happy, in a very quick game number 3, brings it to match point against Dayshi with an excellent counter-attack after picking off the drop.